Hello all, welcome back to AK Apt Logics. In the previous class, we have discussed about uh, C programming. Okay, we have discussed about the C programming declare multiple variables. In that, we have discussed so many points. Okay, how to declare multiple variables of same data type. Today in this class, we are going to discuss about uh, C variable names. Those are known as identifiers. Okay, C variable names also called as identifiers. Let us see how does a variable name needed to be used. Okay, what particular names we can use as a variable names, and what particular names we can't able to use them as uh, variable names. And we are going to see some rules and regulations to declare the variable name. Okay, so C variable names. All C variables names must be identified with the unique name. Okay, all C variables must be identified with unique name. Just a second. Okay, next. These unique names are called identifiers. Okay, all C variables must be identified with unique name. It means each and every variable name must be unique. Okay, there shouldn't be same variable name in the C programming language. For example, int x is a variable, and you shouldn't declare another variable with the name of x. Okay, in a C programming, you should have distinct variable names. Okay, you should have a unique names. These unique names are called as identifiers. Okay, these particular names are called as identifiers. Identifiers can be short or more descriptive names like age, sum, and total value. Okay, identifiers means variable names. These particular names can be short like x, y, and those x, y, z, like that. Or descriptive names, it means, for example, if you are going to find out the area of a rectangle, then you can use variables like length, breadth, and then area. Okay, instead of using simply x, y, and z. Okay, for example, if you are going to calculate the age of a person, then you can use the variable name as age instead of using x, y, and z or a, b, c, d. Okay, so that's it. Next, it is recommended you to use descriptive names in order to create understandable and maintainable code. Okay, if we are going to use the x, y, and z or abcd variables, abcd as variables, then it is not going to it is not going to look like a understandable and maintainable code. It means whenever you are going to see that particular code after several years, you can't able to figure out which particular code I have written in previously, like that. Or else, if you are going to share the code that you have written to some of your faculty or friends, then they can't able to understand. Okay, after seeing it, they can't able to understand if you are going to use the normal names, short names like x, y, and z. Okay, if we are going to use the descriptive names like length, breadth, and then area, then they can able to understand. Okay, there is a more readability in case of using the descriptive names than short names. That's the point here we have discussed. But it is up to you. A good programmer always uses the descriptive names. Okay, you need to remember this point. Okay, example, good variable name. Okay, let us see example between good variable name and then bad variable name. Good variable name, int minutes per hour. Okay, int minutes per hour is a variable name. Okay, minutes per hour is a variable name which indicates the value 60. Okay, which is the type of integer, and we are going to store the 60 in that particular variable. If you are going to see, for 1 hour we are going to have 60 minutes, right? So that they have taken like this, minutes per hour, and then they have assigned value 60 to it. Okay, this is the descriptive name. Okay, if you are going to use simply int x equal to 60, then you can't able to understand the context over here. Okay, so next. Okay, but not so easy to understand what actually m is. Okay, for example, next question, for example, if you are going to use instead of minutes per hour equal to 60, if you are going to use m equal 60, then others can't able to understand what this particular m indicate. But in the above case, we are clearly able to understand it is related to the relation between the hour and minutes, right? Minutes per hour indicates the relationship between the hours and minute, and whereas this particular m we can't able to figure out why we have used m over here in this case, we can't able to figure out it. Okay, the general rules for naming variables are okay. Now we have discussed about the variable names. Those are also called as identifiers, and we have also seen that variable names can be short names or more descriptive names. And I have also said you that a good programmer will always try to use the descriptive names. Now we are going to see the general rules for naming variable. It means which particular name you can able to use. Okay, what does that particular variable name should contain, what type of characters it should contain, and what type of characters it shouldn't contain. Okay, those things we are going to learn. The first rule is names can contain. Okay, it means names are nothing but the identifiers or the variable names. Okay, names can contain letters, digits, and underscores. Okay, these three categories of characters only can contain in the particular identifier name or the variable name. They are letters, digits, and then underscores. Names must begin with, okay, names must begin with letter or an underscore. Okay, this is the second rule. It means the first rule tells us a name, variable name, or the identifier can contain letters, digits, and underscores. But from the second rule, it always should begin with letter or underscore. It shouldn't begin with number. Okay, that's the second rule. Next, third rule. Names are case sensitive. Names are case sensitive. Case sensitive means in the bracket you can see, right, myVar. MyVar and myVar are different variables. Okay, those are not same. Even though we are going to use the same number of characters and the same position, both are spelled as myVar only. This is also myVar and this is also myVar, but the difference here is in this first variable myVar we have used capital V. In this second variable myVar we have used small v. That's the only single difference over the here. It means we have case sensitive in this C programming language, while in case of identifier names. Okay, case sensitive means, okay, these but particular myVar and myVar are considered as different variables. Okay, why? Because we have you we are having case sensitive. It means in the first variable we have used the v as capital, and in the second variable we have used v as small. Okay, so that they are treating as a different variables. Next, names cannot contain white spaces or special characters like exclamatory, slash, and then percentile, etc. Okay, so names should contain only letters, digits, and underscores. That too, it should start with always a letter or underscore. It shouldn't contain white spaces or special characters. Okay, except underscore, no special character is allowed in this variable names. Okay, and also there is no scope for the white space. Reserved words such as int cannot be used as names. Okay, reserved words means int, float, while, for, and then do while. Like this we are going to have some keywords, right? For example, printf, scanf. Like this we are going to have some keywords or built-in functions names, right? Those particular names we can't able to use in the use as a variable names or the identifier names. Valid and invalid names are, till now we have discussed about the some of the rules, right? Now let us see what are the valid variable names or identifier names, and also what are the invalid names or identifier names. Okay, so here are some example to help you remember the rules. Valid names, those are age is a valid. Why? Because it is going to contain only letters, right? Character, sorry, it is going to contain only alphabets, right? And count is also a valid name. It is going to contain only alphabets and then underscore, and it is also starting with the underscore, which is a valid one. Okay, and then total sum is also a valid name because it is going to contain only alphabets, and it is a valid name. Let's see some of the invalid name. Okay, one age is a invalid even though it is going to contain only alphabets and numbers. But as per our second rule, only as per our second rule, names must be begin with letters or underscore. Okay, but in this case it is going to begin with number, so it is invalid. Okay, my age is invalid. Why? Because it is going to have a special character other than underscore, so it is invalid. And int is also invalid variable. Why? Because int is a reserved keyword, right? So int is a invalid variable name, even though it is going to contain only integers, and also it is going to start with a letter, even though it is also containing the alphabets, and it is also going to start with the alphabet, it is considered as an invalid. Why? Because it is a reserved word, right? So these are the some of the valid and invalid names. Naming styles. Okay, many C program use camel case like total score, okay, or underscore choose one style and use it consistently. Okay, many of the C programmer use camel case, pascal case, and snake case. There are so many number of cases for using the identifier names, but you can use uh, as per your wish. Okay, camel case means nothing but, okay, in the variable name, the first word name will be started with the small letter. Okay, the first word letter will be started with the small letter, and followed by all other words. The initial word will be started with the capital letter. Okay, only the initial letter will be started with the capital letter for all other words in the variable name. Okay, underscore means in between two variables, sorry, in between two words in the variable name, we are going to use the underscore. Okay, you can use any of this type. Okay, thank you.